brain-to-brain communication, which was basically a replication of what he did in monkeys and humans. We published this last August. And the idea here was to see if we could transmit information from one brain to another, bypassing all of the senses. So the transmitter was imagining moving their hands or moving their feet. And that was our 0 and 1 for the information we were going to transfer. So they weren't using any of their senses to transmit information. They were just imagining using their hands or using their feet. The receiver, which the transmitter happened to be in India at the time, so this was done from India to France. The receiver was in France. And there we wanted to use non-invasive stimulation. In this case, we use magnetic stimulation rather than our own cap, which is current stimulation. But in order to bypass all of the physical senses, to make sure that they couldn't feel the actual stimulation in any way, we stimulated the visual cortex and we produced what are called phosphenes, which is like a flash of light. So we had a transmitter and a receiver that weren't using any of their physical senses to transmit very basic information, ones and zeros. And we coded a message in the ones and zeros, which happened to be hola. So it was a very, very simple experiment and a very basic proof of concept. And it's very clumsy as a way of communicating, but it really just kind of opens the door. And if you think about what we've already achieved in a very few years in terms of EEG and non-invasive stimulation and how quickly this is improving, you can imagine that you could do something far more subtle and far more interesting with a wearable Bluetooth device in a matter of years, which could open up a whole area of research, which for us at the moment is in the proposal phase. So we've submitted a few proposals that are linked to things like group dynamics, when you could have a lot of people interacting like this, thinking about things like synchrony, how well people play musical instruments when they can see each other together. What if they can't see each other but their brains are synchronized? Things like this. So I think it's going to be a very, very interesting area. And we're submitting a lot of research proposals on this topic right now.